So I want to talk about my drains blocking up at my place that I'm renting out at the moment. So yeah, had a bath and pulled the plug out and water started draining out. So that's probably why you can see my toes in a section of the video and whatnot, because although I wasn't stark naked, I was in a towel and whatnot. I thought, oh, let me quickly video this, because this is a perfect time to show you what kind of drains do and how they block up and whatnot. And yeah, so I pulled the plug on the bathtub and the bath was draining out, but my toilet started gurgling. And what that is there's air in the system, in the stack pipe and everything like that. But because there's a blockage at the end, what happens is that water is going down and settling at the bottom of where this blockage is, and as that water is settling down, it's replacing the air, but that air's got to go somewhere. So it comes back up the drain pipe, the stack pipe and everything like that, and it comes out of the point where it's the easiest to come out of, which is, in this instance, the toilet. So because of that, the water was the water was draining away out of the bathtub, but the toilet was gurgling. And if you hear gurgling in the toilet, gurgling in your sink or anything like that, it generally means that things are starting to back up and you should get it looked at. So I contacted my landlord and I said, look, got a problem. I've got drains that are backing up and whatnot, and I can unblock them for you. And I gave the landlords my rates and whatnot, but obviously because there's a conflict of interest there, because I'm actually the tenant, they went and got another company out, and the company basically came out and I think they were there for maybe half an hour, something like that, and they came and blocked the drain as much as they could, but didn't really unblock it. Then they stuck a camera down to see what was going on, and as it turns out, it was a shared drain, because we went from the garden of our next door neighbour, because we actually live in what is the extension of an old Victorian house, and it's so big that there was enough space that we could live in it. It's a bit quirky, our place. Yeah, our toilet obviously just goes into the original drainage system. Yeah, because of that, ours backed up, which meant that our neighbour's drains were also backing up, which is not ideal. So yeah, there was the camera going down.
We find either a vent pipe,
then there's what looks to be a load of fat and grease at the end of it, and some other things that, to be honest with you, I don't even know what it is. And I've taken a video obviously, and it's going to be posted, or has already been posted, so you guys can see what it is that I was looking at. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure what on earth that is, but there's quite a few issues with those drains. So the chaps tried to unblock it and see what they could do, but it wouldn't budge, so it's going to have to be a dig up job. And because it's a dig up job, and the fact of the matter is it is very tight confined space, the wall has to, the exterior wall that kind of encloses our garden and whatnot, that has to come down so we can get diggers in, because as it turns out, where the interceptor trap is about 4 meters down, and there's very tight narrow alleyways. Because of that, it's a bit awkward, so it's also going to be very expensive. Yeah. The company that did it for tried to unblock the drains for us, they gave a quote over the phone of about £35,000 to sort out these drains, because obviously these drains are really, really old, and there's other problems with them as well, like the joints have displaced and whatnot over the time, and water's leaking out and all sorts of stuff, which yeah, is not ideal. So yeah, there's all sorts of things going on, and yeah, not the greatest. That's the story with those drains at my place at the moment, and we will soon find out what is going on. What's this? There we go. I'm going to pick up a drain camera, because the cameras that I've got are with my other engineer. And yeah, I think that's pretty much going back to my drains and whatnot. Yeah, that's kind of the situation at the moment. He did manage to shift enough of whatever that is at the end of the drain, so the water is draining out, but obviously there is a situation. They need to be resolved. So yeah, anyway, going to Southwest Hire and Sale as well to pick up the drain camera, because they've got all sorts of equipment and they are fantastic. So they help me out a lot when it comes to equipment that I don't have, and I rent from them a lot. They're fantastic. I would highly recommend, if you ever need tools or anything like that, look at renting from them, because yeah, they do it for a good price as well. Anyway, I'm gonna get the camera and then we're gonna move on to our next job.